1997, Jamie Foxx is airing season 1, episode 17, Westside. Helen and Junior take a trip and leave Jamie in charge, but their no party rule goes out the window when a hip hop group wants to use the hotel. Hilarity ensues.
Uh-huh. I didn't know this episode existed, Steve.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Just Jamie Foxx delivering every time.
I knew you'd appreciate this.
Thank you. And I was actually listening to Westside Connection. It's in heavy rotation, Steve. It's not this album, but shout out to Dub C, Mac 10, and Ice Cube. We come into the hotel, and apparently Uncle Junior and Aunt Helen are going out. I think they're going on some sort of romantic trip. They're leaving the hotel. Fancy is talking to Braxton. She's like, man, romance, right? It's crazy. Uncle Junior, they're going out. Of course, Jamie's like scheming, and he just kind of pulls up comically, like, pushing Braxton away. He's like, romance is just part of the family tree. You get it? I forget what face. She said something about cutting a branch off, which I don't. Was she saying she was going to cut his penis off? I don't know, but
maybe.
But she says that something about cutting off that part of the branch, and Jamie's like, "Well, these logs burn all night. Ready for a weenie roast?
Ready for a weenie roast? Ready for a weenie roast?"
It was like, hold up. You know who's in charge this week? Me. Don't you mean we?
Mm-mm.
Uncle Junior and Aunt Helen, they're going on that romantic getaway. So when they pop out with their bags, and actually it's Aunt Helen carrying the bags, and Uncle Junior, he's just, got his hand in his pocket or whatever. It's time to leave. They remind him, no guests unless they have an ID and a credit card. While I'm gone, no parties.
None. Credit card, ID. I want to come back to this place tip top. So JB's like, of course. I'm insulted you would even worry. So you guys enjoy yourself. So cut to the theme song, Steve. Come back to the hotel. And now we see 3 familiar faces popping in. And it is the Westside Connection, Steve. And Jamie's like, oh, like immediately starstruck. And I love, he's like, man, I didn't know you guys were showing up. I would have sagged more.
You in charge, homie?
And then Fancy comes out, and of course, Ice Cube, you can just see him just lock in like a tractor beam on her, and he's like, uh-huh. So, obviously, Jamie kind of clocks that, but Fancy's fully in, Steve. We find out Westside Connection's in town, Steve. They're right in the area, and they want to throw a party at the hotel. They want to use the ballroom, and Jamie's like, all right, man, hell yeah, man. But Braxton's like, just 1 second, Mr. Cube, what about the ID thing? And he's like, man, this is Westside Connection, man. They're fine. Like, you know who that is.
Mr. Cubicles and McDonald's and W.C. Fields. I do need to see some identification. Where's your ID? I'm not afraid. I have a yellow belt in Aikido.
Westside Connection, they don't carry identification, Steve. This is their identification. The yay. That's all you need. But they don't also have any money or credit cards. So they're trying to fumble around, find a way to pay. And then I love Dub C, like, aggressively comes in with some cash. But the way he comes in, everybody's like, oh, shit.
Dude, the way you pulled up, anybody would have thought you had a strap inside your jacket, bro. Like, nobody, like, in the history of making payments to anybody, nobody is that aggressive to, like, man, let me give you this money right quick. Man.
And he's just like, man, there's some money, man. He rolls out the stack. They pay for the room. And Jamie's like, all right, after his life flashes before his eyes, he comes to and he's like, okay, we're going to get you set up, get him up to the presidential suite. As they're going up the elevator, Ice Cube's like, yo, man, we got a couple of friends in the area. And he's like, okay, like, that's fine. They can stay up in the room with you. So he opens up the door and throws a Westside out, and then like half of downtown LA comes into the hotel, Steve.
Why do they need to rush in? Like, the door is open. What is up there? Like a big titty dick sucking party? Like, there's no reason. Like, you're going to get there.
They take, like I said, hundreds of people, which I guess they were just like collecting, hotties and cool dudes as they were walking around the streets. Cause I mean, these
Yeah.
people were just waiting outside, like it, like they had a reservation or something. So problems are brewing, Steve. James, the heat's getting turned up. And then we cut to Uncle Junior and Aunt Helen on vacation, quote unquote. And we find out that Junior was saying that he was going to visit an old friend. And that's what this trip was kind of about. But, it was going to also be like a little romantic weekend. But what we see is that this friend that Uncle Junior was going to visit is dead. And it's
Yeah.
the funeral.
Yeah. And then Reverend Alizé, played by Jamie, he comes out. We're not here for matrimony. We're not here for maliciousness, ventriloquist. This is about death. The Deaf Comedy Jam. Def Leppard. This is a man didn't walk the straight and narrow. But we ain't need to get all into that she say, he say type stuff.
Look to the back of the church.
And back to the party, and there's a girl dancing on the desk. It's just popping.
Honestly, I'm in. I don't even like parties like this. Every kind of woman's around. Ice Cube's hanging out. We're hearing Westside Connection at full volume. It's dope, to use a white term. A very white term. Parties jumping, ladies dancing, Fancy and Ice Cube getting a little close. They're getting kind of close on the couch, Steven.
Is it really like that in the hood? Oh, well, we got to do what we got to do. Oh, you're so brave. Yeah,
Boom. So Jamie sees this and he's like, yo, Cube, man, let me talk to you real quick. And Cube's like, he does this exasperated Cube move, which is, what, man?
Yeah.
That thing. Jamie's like, look, I'm just trying to be like 100 with you right now and just be cool. I didn't want to cause an issue, but I just thought you might want to know, like, before the surgery, Fancy's name was Frank.
Look at the Adam's apple. I mean, like,
Check.
ain't nothing wrong with it. If you cool with that, Fancy, she comes up like, hey, what's up, Cube? Like, oh, we just got to get ready for the show. I'll catch you later, Frank. Yay.
Plays it cool, Steve. He got out of it. So that's great. So come back to the funeral. Rev Alizé just keeps hitting that flask. And Aunt Helen's like, man, we need to leave. Go walk up to the casket, say your whatevers, and get out. And Junior's like, man, I'm only here to lift a gold watch off the man.
I lost it in the poker game. And the only way I get it back is over his dead body. Alizé come back to him. He's like, death snuck up on him like a hoodlum with a Colt 45 and madness on his mind. Say it with me now. Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Let's have the wife of the deceased come to the casket to say a couple of words. And the wife of the deceased is actually wives, Steve, plural, because 3 chicks step up. This guy was living a spicy life. And I love that.
Winning gold watches. Well, we find out that it was a fake watch. Like, would you call it Gumby gold watch?
Yeah, hell yeah. They leave. Helen calls Jamie just to check in. Party's jumping, Steve. You hear it.
Yeah.
We live in La La. We smoke in La La. I mean, it's just popping through the phone. She hears a couple things, but Jamie plays it off. He's like, nah, there's a youth group in here playing a game.
It's a church choir.
Yeah. Before she gets off the phone is like, look, Jamie, we're going to be home here soon. He's like, yeah, we'll see you in a couple days. She's like, couple days? We'll be back in a couple of hours. So he's like, oh, shit. This is not good, Steve. Westside Connection concert, that's at least 3 hours.
As far as I'm concerned, this trip is dead. I see what you did, Aunt Helen. I see what you did. And we cut to the Westside Connection concert and is jumping, as you'd expect, because I'm not a hater like you. Bow down to a player that's greater than you.
Gangsters make the world go round.
Don't.
So tight, Steve.
Don't.
And now, Steve, it only took a couple hours, and we see Braxton on Ice Cube gave him like 3 tips, and he's out here fully Westside Connection now, Steve.
Because I'm not a hater like you. Bow down to a player that's greater than you. Ha ha.
Ha ha. So Jamie, he's like, look, man, we got to get this cleaned up. Okay. Aunt Helen, Uncle Junior, they're coming. Braxton doesn't care. And he's like, you take care of it. So Jamie's like, man, I'm not scared of the Westside or their connection. Okay. I'll take care of this.
He rushes to the stage, but he gets pushed around.
I like how he's like, yo, man, I got to get everyone's attention. Hey, hey. And everyone's like, oh.
All right, it's getting late. Check y'all out at the after party. Wait, where's the after party? At the presidential suite. Then they head up there, and Jamie's like, wait, we ain't got a presidential suite. Cut to the presidential suite upstairs, and we see a hole being put in the wall. Like, damn, how'd y'all get y'all Shawshank on?
Yeah, man, I'm like a expert in construction and whatnot, so you're welcome. Jamie's like, yo, this is crazy, but the party's still going, Steve. He can't shut it down. And now they have a presidential suite, Steve, in care of Mac 10, Esquire, the third.
I love the Dub C language because he pulls up, yes, and like Mac 10 and Cube, they understood it. Yes, is what the
on a
really
jacuzzi juicy.
Yeah.
Jamie understands. He's like, man, we ain't even got a jacuzzi, man. And Ice Cube's like, yeah, but turns out Mac 10's also a plumbing expert. So we'll bill you, cuz.
Yeah. But time is running out. So Jamie's trying to think on his toes. He starts like punching walls. And he's like, it's an earthquake, everybody. No one does anything. They couldn't even hear him. So Braxton, next level thinking, he's like, I figured this out. I think I know a way.
5-0. 5-0 in the house. So everyone scrambles, and I like Ice Cube. Even the West Side, they're afraid too, because the Ice Cube's like, I got warrants.
Yeah. And now in the next scene, Junior and Helen, they arrive back at the hotel, and now they're happy, giving each other those cutesy terms. Cocoa Puff was pretty mad at me when we left the funeral. But on the way, we saw the beauty of the California coast, and it overwhelmed her. So we pulled the car over and reconsummated our wedding vows.
Oh. This is some old ass fucking on the PCH, Steve.
Low grade ball.
That's something. They're like, where's Jamie at? Fancy's like, he's upstairs. He had to do a couple like the renovations he's always talking about. So he just wanted to get on top of it. And they're like, oh, cool. Well, let's go hang out. Let's go see him and say hi. So Braxton, they all get in the elevator. They go upstairs. That hole in the wall is gone, Steve. Maybe he learned something from Mac 10 because he's just put up some nice wallpaper. It looks like he's fully renovated this room, Steve. It looks great, actually.
You know, Helen, I was trying to get you to do something like this. Helen's like, you know what, Jamie, we're proud of you. We're proud of all of you. But at the same time, they want to touch the wall.
Of course.
Away. Yeah. Jamie's trying to keep them away. There's a picture that they really want to hang on the wall. They're like, I really want to hang this picture on the wall. I think it complements the picture. So Jamie's like, man, nah, not over here. No, I'll put it up. Don't worry. But no, I really want to put it up. So he gets past Jamie, puts it up, falls through the wall hilariously, by the way.
And that's it, Steve. The jig's up, basically. Jamie's in hot soup, but we don't get to see that. We cut to an outro where Tyrone Koppel, played by Jamie Foxx, is just, I think it's an infomercial, but he's trying to sell you his Ebonics class so you can understand what Dub C said and some other Ebonical phrases. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. 1995, Steve?
Chilling in his house. Big baller, shot caller, and a hottie. Hoochie
for shizzle. That means good.
Yeah.
A great episode. I love a cameo, and I feel like something that Jamie Foxx show brings us that a lot of other shows didn't. How many more? They had so many cameos. Maybe we're only watching the ones with cameos, but no. Martin had a couple. But I feel like they're killing it.
Then there's a classic. I don't know if this happened in the 90s, but there's a Lawrence Taylor episode, and I think Gary Payton was in that same episode, or they might have been separate episodes. I can't remember.
But the whole West Side Connection, Steve?
The whole West Side.
There's so many rappers in love on the radio.